Hello everyone, my name is Ricardo Lino and I'm a wheel addict. Welcome to Skate Talks number 29. Today I don't have one guest, today I have two guests, and my two guests just dropped, how can I say this? I guess they just dropped it's kind of hard to say it this way, but I really think it's going to be the video of the year. So I think it was last year when I came back from the Winter Clash in 2017. I was super excited. I even made a video about a VOD called Delphin Dio. Basically, it was the second installment from the Cayenne crew, and it was made by Karsten Boysen, I think I'm saying the name right, and Benjamin Buttner. So they are both from Germany. But before I made a phone call, let me tell you, if you're looking to buy your skates with a 10% discount and at the same time support this channel, make sure to check www.addonskate.com, or you can also check www.bladeville.com. Whatever you buy, if you put code Lino, you will get 10% discount, and at the same time you'll also be supporting this channel, these podcasts, whatever I've been doing. So thank you if you already did it. If you're gonna do it in the future, well, thank you in advance. Now let's call our guests, and you know what? I think they don't even know where they met. So also important, today we're going to be using something different. I usually use something that is not common for podcasts, which is WhatsApp, and today we're going to be using Google Hangouts. So I'm going to have two guests, which means that it's going to be even harder for me, because usually it's really hard for me not to interrupt my guests, but today I promise you all that I'm going to try to do my best. So let's see what's happening here. Okay, we got Karsten online.
Hello.
Benjamin.
Hola.
How you doing, guys? I think one of us did. Wait.
Come on, Karsten.
What's up, Carson? What's up, Benjamin? I think one of you guys did you just switch off the camera?
Yeah, Karsten just did.
I thought we were doing audio,
but because he's like,
he's trying to show off.
It's hot in Berlin.
Is this gonna be with video?
No, just audio, man.
Right.
Wait, let me interrupt you guys before we even go. So I live in Africa. The internet is really slow here. I know that the internet in Germany is not the best, so I don't think this would actually work.
Right.
But before we keep going ahead, let me just, not that I want to set rules, but I'm going to set a rule for myself. I'm going to try to always let you guys speak when no one is telling anything. I'm going to talk, but it's going to be really hard for me, and sometimes even if I don't want, I know that I'm going to interrupt you guys. So I don't know who wants to answer this first, but the question, and I know it's going to be like you guys don't know, so try to discuss it. How did you guys met?
I say 2010-ish, probably.
Wait, sorry to interrupt. You guys just need to present yourself, because I think the listeners don't know who's talking. So just say like, who are you? So that they recognize the voice. It might be easier.
My name is Benjamin. I'm from Leipzig, 30 years old. And I'm a freelance cinematographer. And I used to make these Winter Clash edits in the past. So I think that's, probably the best anchor point for people to see myself. Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay, let's go, Karsten.
My name is Karsten. I'm from, I live in Berlin. I'm from Hamburg in Germany. 28 years young. And same as Benny, I used to do Winter Clash edits and all sorts of blading edits. And all kinds of other, sports like snowboarding, and that's also what I'm doing still, freelance, same as Benny. So we work together. Yeah. Also.
Okay.
Kaien.
And how did you guys met?
I don't know.
I think
Okay, so let me just explain to everyone listening to this. Usually, before we start these skate talks, one of the questions that I do is not even a question. I would say I just make a call to everyone to test the audio, and then I ask them for their age and where they're from. And today, because I had two guests, I asked them how they met. One of them told me that they met at the Clip 3 premiere in Berlin, and the other one said, but I wasn't even there. So that's why I made this question, trying to get something from you guys. So you guys don't remember?
Well, I remember I was not at the Clip 3 premiere.
was it?
I would have remembered, I think. Great.
But I think it wasn't Berlin. It was some kind of, I guess it was Dirk's Berlin video premiere. You remember that?
No, that might have been the Valo premiere, like Valo for Life.
Oh yeah, it was Valo, right?
Yeah, that could be. But Dirk threw the premiere, yeah.
Yeah, true.
Okay,
Yeah.
so listening to you guys say that means that you guys haven't been in it for like a million years, like a lot of the people that you guys have been filming with.
Sorry, what was that?
It like listening to you guys saying that you guys met at like Valo for Live or something. That was like 8-9 years ago, right?
Probably.
Yeah. The question was like I thought like with the crew that you guys work, I thought you guys have been related to skating for a lot longer, because it's just like you work with the top of the top. It's
but
amazing.
has not always been the case. Like I don't know. I've been skating since I'm like 6 years old, and so I've been following the big medias since forever. But we both like filmed with our home crews, I guess. Me in Hamburg and Benny in Leipzig. For the start of our, you want to call it, career. And it happened when. We slowly got introduced to or met more famous skaters when we went to Roskilde Festival, basically. And sometimes at the Winter Clash as well, but there you don't really hang out too much with.
Okay.
So.
The first time I remember Benjamin from one of the Winter Clashes, not a long time ago, like 2013. And I think I remember Karsten for the first time. I've seen your videos before, but maybe it's just me that don't have the best memory, but I remember meeting you at the last Summer Clash.
Oh.
Probably I met you way before that, and I just, I don't know. Memory sometimes is not the best, I guess, for all of us. But how did you guys got into video? So, because it didn't, I think I remember something, if I'm not wrong, from Benjamin, like using one of the first ones using a Panasonic camera back in the day. I don't know if it was the GH1 or the GH2. I think I don't know if I'm wrong or if I'm right here.
No, you're right. I've had the GH1 for a while. I mean, I've had like millions of cameras already, so I can't remember actually doing. But yeah, probably. I think the edits that got a bit more attention. So when it like started for me, I think that was filmed with the GH1. Yeah, you might be right.
Okay. I can tell you why. Basically, I used to, for everyone listening to this that are not really into cameras, sometimes, like the last time I did it with Dom West, I went a little bit geekier than normal when it comes to cameras. But the thing is, I guess nowadays it's more and more common to speak about tech. But anyway, back in the day, the only cameras that we used to use for skate videos, was just video cameras. And then I remember I had a Canon XM2, which is a GL2 in America. And then I changed for a small HD Canon camera that was nothing with it was completely different. It was way smaller, which was I think it was HV30. It doesn't really matter. But I remember that when I first bought a DSLR to use for videos, I was searching everywhere, and there was a guy on TV, like they used to work on TV, that told me that Panasonic would be really good for video. And I remember back then I searched everywhere, and the only videos that I found, skate videos with a Panasonic camera, were yours. Now I didn't really know if it was you or not. That's why I was trying to confirm. But I remember there was this Benjamin guy, and okay, so now I can confirm it was you.
Yeah, I think the camera got recommended by Mark Heuss.
Okay.
I was just asking him, like, I don't know, I want to like step up my game, and I saw all these like, big sensor shit out there, and I was just like curious, and he was just like, yeah, buy that. And I think, yeah, that's how it started.
That's cool, because you guys evolved to something completely different. Because I know that we're a little bit lost. It's not going like in, especially the question that I'm going to make you guys right now. I was just looking at Formosa, and I saw that the camera that you were carrying was a little bit bigger than a GH1. So you guys evolved to something a bit different. Karsten already said that he's working for snowboarding brands, and you guys both do freelance video. So my question now is, why skating? Because I'm sure that you guys can make a lot of money. Like, you wouldn't get, I'm not saying that you guys are doing or that you guys are rich or anything like that, but with the type of gear that you use, it's not something that you would actually invest just for skating videos. So how did you really manage to do that?
Carson?
Yeah, hi. Skating's pretty fun, I think. Like, I like skating. It's a great activity. And I like to document it as well. Why we use big cameras or own them is, yeah, I mean, for the other jobs we do, it does, it looks good for the client if you have a bigger camera, and it's also more fun to use it. And it's got more possibilities. But we're not that far away from the GH1. We still use the GH5. It's just 5 generations more. So we use that as well. But no, it's just, we both do a lot of freelance work for several other occasions. And it's really fun to just adapt what we do elsewhere onto skating, and I don't know, just make I guess our approach is to make the videos as, I don't know, cinematic or interesting as possible, and for that it's good to use bigger cameras. That makes sense. Does it?
It does. Can before even let Benjamin speak, let me just, for someone listening to this is how it usually works. When you have a client, you charge them a certain amount, but they always expect you to show up with a big crew or with the biggest camera or whatever. So obviously, when you have like better gear, you can charge them more. Even if I'm not saying it's the case, but we all know that sometimes people have huge cameras, but the results are not the best. But you guys are not really, like you said, and like I saw in Formosa, some of the images were just shot with like a shitty camera, I would say, what I'm saying, some of the stuff, and it was on purpose, I know it, but most of the stuff was just amazing. So Benjamin, like, why skating? Because I'm sure, like, I know that's how you started probably, but you could be doing car ads, so why skating?
Well, I think I would like see myself as that person that always liked skate edits more. I mean, I was like always more interested in how stuff was filmed and edited and how it looked than the actual skating tricks itself.
Yeah. And
I don't know, I think I started in 2002, and I pretty quickly realized that I'm not too good at skating, or I don't know, just don't have too much fun doing it by myself. But I really loved filming my homies, and it's still this feeling today, like, filming something that I like to film, that looks beautiful when it's like filmed in a proper way. And Yeah, in my daily life, jobs, whatsoever, there's nothing that you can compare to it. It's more like, commercials, stuff like that. And yeah, it's just the feeling. I still love skating to this day, and I'm always like, interested in doing stuff like that.
I think I kind of relate with what you're saying. So there was like 2 years, maybe 3 of my life that I couldn't really skate as often, because for me skating was just big tricks, and other than big tricks there was no skating. So for those 3 years I was actually riding bikes more often. But I used to be with like all the Portuguese guys. I used to live in Portugal. Maybe you guys remember Rodrigo Teixeira and Martin Teixeira, the two brothers. And man, I used to be the happiest man in the world just to be with those kids, sometimes with a camera, sometimes even just by being there and celebrating their stuff, And some, like you said, it's not always about just the trick landed being way too crazy. Sometimes was the way that it was filmed, or because just the car just went in the back, made like a better background, whatever. Just I kind of relate to what you were saying. I was never into, man, I'm not as perfectionist as you guys are, or as Dom West is, and that's why I really, really appreciate what you guys do so much. So
thanks, man.
Before we even keep going, thank you so much for what you guys are doing, because after opening Formosa, the zip file, I was really, really impressed. So I'm actually making a video which I plan on release before this, so whoever is listening to this before they saw the video review about Formosa, and I'm super, super impressed with everything, from the pictures and everything, and I want to get the book. And before going to the next question, I also want to say thank you so much to Karsten, because you guys might not realize, or Carson might not realize, but I started this YouTube thing, and doing these podcasts, or whatever you want to call it, these skate talks, about like 1.5 years ago. And not last year's Winter Clash, but the one before, in 2017, Karsten was actually the first person that came to me and actually recognized what I did, what I'm doing. So I know it was in the beginning, but you came to me, Karsten, and you gave me access to see Delphin Dio, and basically because of what I was doing, and it felt special, and that's why I'm saying thank you so much for that. And I did bought the first one. I bought Delphin Dio, the book, and I want to buy this one, not just because of the quality of what it is, but because of the vision that you guys have for skating. For me, it's amazing, and I love it. So my next question is, how did the whole... Sorry guys, I'm speaking a lot, I know. Okay. I just want to know, how did the whole project start? How did you guys got that crew together to start the Cayenne crew?
Like I mentioned earlier, everything's because of yoiu Kobe. No, but he invited pro skaters to do these blade shows at Roskilde Festival, and at some point he asked me to come, and I was like blown away by it. Did an edit, people liked it, and the following year he also invited Benny, and he came, and then we were there together, and that went on for like 2 years, and then at some point I wanted to make like a bigger skate video for a while, and I don't know whose idea it was. It was definitely Freddie and Benny involved, that we would do a video starting in Roskilde or ending at Roskilde, and just taking advantage of the possibility that we have pro skaters already gathered at one place where they, I don't know, become friends and celebrate together, celebrate skating and life and alcohol and whatnot. And yeah, started tour from there. And so that was the first Cayenne tour, and I was really stoked when we asked all these pros that we've been looking up to all our lives, that they would like to film with us, like Richie and David, and just even Farmer was like, this is pretty insane that these guys that these guys wanted to film with us. So yeah, I'm still really juiced about that. It's quite crazy to me. But yeah, they went on and said, sure, we'll go on tour with you guys and make a video. And I don't know, for some reason, it's still going. So I hope to, we all hope to continue doing this.
You guys somehow, like, I don't know, man, it's just like the whole thing. It's like from the crew, but it's not just that. Obviously, like you said, they were all in to do the tour with you guys, but the reason why they accepted it, or that why they wanted it, is because they saw your works before, like Benjamin was saying.
Mm-hmm.
But it's, I don't know, man, it's just like you guys always come with something different. So the intros in the 3 videos, they're completely different from each video, and all of them is amazing. The last intro, for someone listening to these who haven't seen it yet, the Formosa intro, it could be a Hollywood intro, like from, I don't know, man, it's just amazingly shot, like every single thing. Who has those ideas? Where does that come from? It's like you guys get inspired by, it doesn't seem like you guys are inspired by skateboarding like a lot of other skate videographers.
I think there's always like a plan to do like a special intro, but usually we just come up with a plan during the tour, which is sometimes a bit nerve-wracking, whatsoever.
It's a bit chaotic, yeah, for sure.
And I think the inspiration for this intro was actually from the movie Spun. I don't know if you know it.
No, I don't. But I don't know where it came from, but I know it was amazing. And I also noticed that I thought about the planning, and I thought it was right in the beginning, because I know that, what's his name? Dude, he got hurt. He broke his hand.
Carson.
So Karsten broke his hand, and he was kind of in the beginning, but the whole thing, he wasn't it, right? He was in the intro, wasn't he?
No. It's the intro was shot like 2 weeks into the tour, so he got hurt like a few days after that.
Okay, so that's what I was asking, because I remember that he was in it, and that's why I was asking, like, if you guys shot it in the beginning or not.
No, like Benny said, we had a rough idea to do something special, but the whole thing with the masks and just doing it sketching was like, just when it just so it happened that we thought about it in the group together what we could do, and that's how we came up with it. And it worked out pretty cool. I mean, we had some encounters, like some police issues for sure during the intro. Like the very first take, we got stopped by the police, and there was a younger policeman. He was really mad. He like stopped Joe and me and Quinn, I think. And it's like, show us your ID. No, you don't have ID. Let's go to police station, and there you have to stay until you have ID and go to prison. And he's like, oh fuck. But it worked out that they just let us go. But I also have to add that while it is already strange to be like 12 guys on inline skates in a country like Taiwan, where like every white person is has different skin color than the rest, and that's such a stupid explanation. But
no, it is. But I know exactly what you're talking. Man, I live in South Africa, so I know exactly.
There's like 12 clowns on skates, basically, and then they're all like dressed in black with black masks on, and like I don't know, the police guys haven't seen that, and then they were like sketching cars and mopeds. I don't know. Some people were stoked, some weren't. That's okay.
Ben?
I have nothing to add, I think.
There you go.
Okay, the thing is like that. It's I kind of feel like it's super arty, whatever. But when you have a crew like that, like from the guys that you were filming with, like I'm sure that you guys saw David Sizemore last video. Everyone spoke about it. That guy, like, is not just good in skating. He's amazing in skating. And then what I'm trying to say here is that you guys are working with guys that by themselves, they're really good with cameras, and they're also really good at editing. Like even Richie is amazing. So when you get that crew together, you can only get good stuff. But the crew keeps on growing. right?
I don't know about that. No.
No?
I think we're pretty much set. I think.
No, I don't think we can't go bigger. Sorry.
No, I'm not.
It's like I know, dude. It would be awesome to have you on tour, like if that's the question. But dude, we're like,
No, man, no,
12
no,
guys
I'm
already.
I'm
You
not
know?
trying to.
Try to travel with 12 guys, like.
Dude, it's
a
it's
big
crazy.
crew.
No, the reason why I'm asking if it's growing, I remember the first one didn't have the same number of guys.
Yeah, we had Note, but we didn't have Joe.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you just
and-
change one.
No, Dominik also
Dominik.
wasn't there the whole first tour. Like he came with us in Def and Dio with, but mainly as a photographer. And yeah, but yeah, we were a big crew before. But then like the first Cayenne tour, I think Quinn was just there with us for a week, and yeah, so it was a bit spread out. But actually, this time David was also there for just 1 week, and Quinn as well. So, but yeah,
Okay. Was it just there for a week? It didn't seem like it.
See, that's the power of editing.
Yeah, but not just editing, because you also skated. You got a few clips in the video. That negative macchio that you got, and
What?
there was
Oh.
another trick that I didn't know if it was you, and I need to ask. There was a frontside torque. No, was that
Freddy.
Freddie. Yeah.
I didn't hear that he could front torque like that.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's really good.
I know, like the top horn was amazing. His top horn around that curved ledge was amazing, but I didn't know that he could front torque like that. That was amazing with the 72 ANs. That's great.
No, yeah, but we only filmed that top part thingy because we thought that the dancing guy was funny. So he's like, "Yo, Freddie, why don't you do a trick here? To add to it, you know." No, just kidding. No, that was a great trick. Really, really powerful top part.
He's good. I don't see him skate that often, so that's why I was actually really impressed.
Well, he doesn't let us film him too much because he's super picky and everything. I mean, he does very proper, but it's not enough, you know. Profile.
Okay, so one of the questions that we had on Facebook was from a guy that I'm sure that you guys, being Germans, you know him for a while, and probably just like for me, it was kind of like an hero. Bart Lopsch made the following question: what's your source of inspiration?
That's a hard question.
Is it from inside? Is like, do you guys have anyone you look from inside rollerblading, outside rollerblading industry? Why?
Yes.
Yeah, for sure, Jonas Hansson, Tom West, the big guys. Always an inspiration. Yeah, I'm not too familiar with the other skate edits. My feed is quite, narrow. I just get to see all the bigger stuff, I think, which happens in rollerblading. So I can't recall, I don't know, this edit and this edit, but I saw just recently the Burma thing of Dom. That was really good. That was really good.
Yo, just to interrupt, Jonas Hansson just bought our video. I just got a notification. Thank you, Jonas. Awesome. Sorry.
Wait, did he drop the new video?
No, he just bought ours, which is awesome. I buy every one of his videos.
That's cool. I think I bought all of them too. And I still need to buy yours, but I'm waiting to buy yours while I'm doing the video. So whenever someone is listening to this, I already bought yours. But just so that everyone knows, I saw the video before buying because you guys actually sent me the video for the review.
So, of course, dude.
Thank you.
Of course. Yeah, and outside of blading, I think, I'm not too sure. I think, there's so much good stuff out there, and there's also Sorry?
Just throwing in random film guys like Hitchcock, Godard, and stuff. That's where we take our inspiration from.
I think there's no I don't know, straight way. I don't know. Yeah, I think it's just so much stuff out there. that can inspire you. And so yeah, I don't really have an answer for that question. I'm sorry.
It's all good. But you guys stay a lot of time online, or you're more into like getting deep into other stuff? I don't know.
I honestly watch most of the stuff, but yeah. But for me, like Benny said, Jonas for sure a big inspiration. It has been for a long time. Just makes it look so cool, like the filming on the editing, especially treatment or treatment or whatever. Was like, I don't know, the way it was shot and like pieced together in such a slow manner. Like I didn't even understand it at first, but it's like such a masterpiece, and that definitely, it's the big influence for sure. And yeah, but other than that, I'm basically inspired by anybody who's just still filming skating. And it's really active at it. I mean, we film skating too, but like a few weeks out of the year, there's a few people like I don't know, AJ or Ivan or something who's film skating all the time, and I think that's quite inspiring.
I kind of feel the same. I understand what you mean. But some guys out there, like you said, even going back to David Sizemore, like some of those guys, they're actually amazing with the gear that they have. And that was going to be my next question to you guys. Could you guys imagine yourself doing a video with like with a phone? Could you imagine yourself doing like a full video with a phone?
Depends. Depends on the length of the trip, I would say. I mean,
yeah, because a lot of the people that is into video, they always say that the most important thing is whatever you put behind. Like you said, when you plan, when you know what you want to do, you can actually use any camera. A lot of people say that, but at the same time, I see that you guys are like super picky with the image, and it looks amazing again. But that's why I was asking. And I know that some guys, like they did it like in skateboarding. A few of the big guys in skateboarding, they actually tried to make like all those really cinematic videos with a phone. And that's why I was asking, could you guys imagine yourselves doing it?
Like I can't imagine doing that, but I think it's stupid. I mean, it's like when you say, yeah, these big guys are doing it on their phone, then it's basically just to show off that you can do it with your phone. And yes, you can film with your phone, and it doesn't look bad. But first of all, I think it's really annoying to use, and that's like one of the main reasons why I wouldn't use it. But second of all, if you already have a big trip like this, and then why would you choose to do it on the phone and not a real camera? I mean, I get the budget reasons for sure. Like, if you don't have anything else, the phone is for sure the best camera because you don't have another camera. But and you can do everything with it. Of course, it's like. But I think that's also like a way how to film with a camera that's really important, especially when it comes to filming fisheye or any sort of moving camera. You know.
What do you mean by that? What do you think it's like? Nicely done. What do you think it shouldn't be done? So for someone listening to this, any tips on the filming?
I think Carson just wants to say it's not the camera that makes the image, but it's the guy behind.
Of course,
it's like cliche, but I don't know. I think we could have done this video also with maybe not a phone, but like with the GL2 from back in the day. So.
Of course, but I get that. But is there any tips that, like, imagine? Obviously, we know that sometimes you have the best camera, you might be in front of the best skater in the world, and what the result you get is shitty because you don't know. Like, if you're gonna be shooting everything automatic or whatever, you need to know the gear, like you were saying. Whatever gear you are using, you need to know about it.
Of course.
Is there any tips when it comes to filming other than thinking or planning? Is there any other tips that you guys would give? Like, as an example, a lot of people film a lot of stuff with fisheye, and all they do is filming with fisheye the whole time.
I think when you're filming a spot and you have the skate is grinding down a drop rail, let's say, and there's always the fisheye option, of course, and in a lot of times it is the option that does make the trick look the most insane, and I think that's always what we're trying to achieve. That's like the biggest, highest, most extreme, but maybe it's not the most visually pleasing. And so if what we do, I mean, we film everything with 2 cameras, and even if we film alone, we try to get at least one other angle than the main angle, basically. So what you got to do is it's always good to shoot tricks not just once or not just with one camera, but other than the fisheye shot, maybe get a long shot. And a lot of times fisheye can also be more boring than if you shoot it like long lens from the other side of the street, or if you
it's used wrong. If you're going to be using a fisheye to cut the guy the whole time or from too far, it's not going to be as impressive, and it doesn't show anything that you want to. So
of course you got to go really close and no butt shot and whatnot. There's certain rules, and show the whole trick, show the takeoff and landing, and of course there's these rules, but yeah.
Don't cut too much. That's another.
Yeah.
What do you mean by don't cut too much?
Like, for instance, if you have 2 perspectives, don't like cut in between them too often. That can be.
Okay. Let more space go, like, so that you show actually what's happening on each one of both angles.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, and don't show the second angle. Just sorry.
No, go for it.
I was just trying to say, since you always, or most of the time, you do have 2 angles or 3 angles or whatever, but in the editing, you really have to decide like what's the most fitting. And sometimes, a lot of times, you're not showing anything new by showing the second angle. You're not getting like, I understand this better now. So you just leave the first angle and that's it. But yeah, it's always hard to hold back on like a beautiful second angle when you don't actually need it, So.
Did you guys study anything to start doing your videos? Did you guys went to university or any filming school, video school, whatever, or just all like from the internet?
I think Carson studied actually, right, at the film school, kind of. It was
yeah, I did.
I don't know. I taught everything myself, to be honest.
Did you went on the YouTube school and stuff like that and learned a lot of stuff?
yeah, lots of them. Yeah, I've had like several internships here and there, but like nothing really big, kind of. Yeah.
Okay. And
yeah,
Karsten,
I studied.
How long have you been studying?
It was like 2 years plus the bachelor thesis, I guess. That was straight after school. Like I tore my ACL snowboarding when I was like 18, and until then I was always. I don't know, just filming the homie skating, but it wasn't like really that we tried to make the best edits. It was more like documenting. But after that ACL was torn, I began to take photographs, and then eventually, I got into the film school where it's like the video part of it all started for me, like in a serious way, kind of. And,
Okay. And now tell me, so both of you guys, like, self-learning or whatever, or going to the film school like you went, you guys, when you do that, you actually learn how to film, how to edit, and somehow you get a little bit of taste here, whatever. Of course, we all like our own things, but to do a project like you guys have been doing now for, like, you already did 3 times, it's a little bit more than that, because right now you have like a whole new website with an online shop, and to, like you said before, you have a crew of 12 people. How do you get the money for all that?
Oh, because of people like you supporting us. No, it's all the money that we make with the video gets spent on the next trip. On the plane tickets.
Okay, so that's important that people know that you guys are not doing this to pay yourselves or to have like a salary. But don't you guys also have sponsors? Because I've seen, like, when I open the new one, the first thing that I see is Loco Skates, like big. And then I saw all the other sponsors and in the thank yous in the end of the video. Do they help to pay their skater strips, or do the sponsors pay their skater strips? I don't know how that happens nowadays. I know that early 2000s, some of the companies would actually pay for it. I don't know how it happens now.
Yeah, I mean they support us. It's not a major, like, only with the sponsor money we couldn't do much. So it's like, I don't know, it's like a tenth, or it's not that much compared to the sales of the video. Like, that's the driving force for us. But,
okay.
Yeah.
So, but like, imagine, just a question: who buys the guy, like, the skaters tickets? Like, imagine if David Sizemore is in Denmark or whatever, if he needs to go to Taiwan, who buys his ticket? Is it him or?
No, we buy it, but from the money that we made from the last video.
Okay, that's good. So, but do you guys make enough money to buy the tickets for the 12 guys? It's just, sorry, man. It's not all curiosity. If you don't want to answer, it's all good. I understand.
No,
I'm just trying, like, to maybe people will understand how important it is for them to actually buy these, so that this can keep going. Because if they don't buy, if they get the link from someone else, or if they get the video from someone else, they're not supporting these, and that's how things die. So
that's true. I mean, if no one buys the video, then we have to do it somehow else. Or stop the project. Probably not. But it's everything goes into the next project of what people buy from us, and whether it be the video, book, or merch. And we're not making money. Nobody's making any money off it. And there's quite a few people working on it too. Like, obviously, I mean, you see Benny and my name on the video, but then there's like Freddie White, who's organizing a shit ton and doing all the Facebook work, and then there's Guy Crawford, like, designing the website and doing the programming, and then there's Jonas Büttner from Oslo, who does all the graphic design all the time, and like the movie poster and everything animated or graphic you see, which is also lots of work, and nobody gets paid.
Dominik Wagner with the pictures and the book.
Yeah. There's a lot of people involved.
It's quite a big crew. After other than the 12 guys, we're talking almost like 20 people just to make these things happen.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Yeah, we're really thankful that everyone still, like, pulls through, because we know it's a lot of unpaid work for everyone, a lot of time that you have to spend on it, and thank you, everyone that helps us.
I mean, at the same, like, I get it. Like, for skaters, it's their life. They need to be in these type of things to promote their sponsors. If they skate for someone, it's not that not that anyone is actually making millions out of it, but it's like, if they want to keep living their dream, like Richie, that has been doing that for so long, if he wants to keep doing it, he actually needs to do these type of things. So I totally get it.
I don't know. I mean, half of our skaters are not even sponsored. I don't know if they have
and they
to
do it because of the experience. That's what I was going to ask you guys, because for you, it's got to be that. It's like you said, like, you're actually traveling with some of the guys that you probably never even met, never even dreamed to meet, and nowadays they're actually your friends. So after a while, it's more like a friends reunion, huh?
Yeah, definitely feels like that every time.
Yeah.
And
So where's the next friends reunion?
Are we allowed to speak about that?
I don't know. I'm asking.
Well, I mean, we haven't booked any plane tickets, so I don't know. It could go anywhere.
You guys know it, but you don't want to put it out there yet.
No,
The third one just came out. Okay, it makes sense. Okay, it's just so that you guys know, my offer is still open, huh?
Right. No, we're taking it into consideration. We're not sure. We definitely we want to do a fourth one with hopefully everyone that's already been on the last one, and it's got to be somewhere where we haven't been. So something exotic is obviously good. So it could be a different continent than the ones we have. But we just had 2 continents.
So you haven't been in America, and you've been in Asia. So okay. You got Europe. You got America. You got Africa. You can also go to Australia.
Then we would need to sell a lot of more videos. So,
like, roughly, in trips, like for the 12 guys, how much did you guys spend? Because who paid for like the place where you guys stay, or you guys stay with skaters? I have no idea. These are all like questions that the people listening to this might also have.
Yeah, we like we said, that all came from selling Del Deal basically, and just roundabout. It's but we pay for all the travel, the accommodation, the rental cars, but also we have to say the Taiwanese guys helped us out big time in Taiwan, because we for 1 week we stayed at Tian's place, who's an American blader who moved to Taiwan. I mean, originally he was from Taiwan, but we stayed at his tattoo place, so for a whole week, and then another Taiwanese guy who has a trampoline park, and Benny, if you remember the name, please say it.
Taichung?
In Taichung, that's a city though, it's not his name.
Not a name.
I don't know, man. I'm like, I know there was a guy called Golden something. That was amazing.
Nice. Yeah.
Golden Knife. Yes, there was Golden Knife in the video. That's amazing.
But there's also Diesel. There's Cartel.
Cartel.
Yeah,
Do they translate their names? Is that it? I don't know, man.
I think it's like in the English class. Yeah.
It's amazing. Okay, so you still don't know where's the next one going to be, right?
Yeah.
And any of you guys have any other project outside doing anything with the Cayenne crew related to skating? Because I know that, I think it was you, Carson, that did some stuff with USD, right?
Just once.
Okay. Did any of you guys ever had any other offers to do something with other brands, or are you doing any other projects outside of the whole Cayenne crew tours?
Nothing major. There's been like contest stuff in there, but no, it's basically all we do. I think. I mean, I wouldn't say no if like USD is or any other company. So if you're listening, no. But I think.
How was the whole thing in was it Turkey? Where was it? Turkey, yeah.
Yeah, that was in Istanbul. That was awesome. Yeah, it was great.
The video came out really good. I don't know if you realized. So the video came out. I think it was amazing, and when it came out, it did have like quite a lot of people watching. But I don't know if you realized that it had the most people watching it once, not USD, but Powerslide posted it on their Facebook. That's when it got the most shares. It was crazy. It went kind of like, I would say viral for inline skating. Was viral. So
congrats, Carson.
Yeah,
you made it.
Cool. No. What can I buy with that?
I don't know. That camera, the cameras that you guys have seem to be really expensive, so I don't think you can buy a camera with.
Yeah, they weren't bought off views, though.
Tell me, and how often? I know that at least Karsten works with snowboarding. Do you also work with snowboarding, Benjamin? And how often do you guys go out and film snowboarding?
I don't film snowboarding, so that answers basically the second question, I think, as well.
You should come next time.
Sorry?
What? Sorry, I didn't get it. Sorry.
No, we're gonna work on another job together next month, so I don't know. I can't talk about it though.
Ah, damn it! You guys are full of secrets, man. Come on. Okay, so I'm gonna push you guys. So if there was, now I'm gonna go bad. Like, which one of you, Benjamin? If there was one guy, if you guys only had budget for 11 guys, if you had to take one guy out, who would it be?
What a question.
Either Karsten or Freddy.
Okay, but I'm talking about the 12 skaters, so you need to take a skater. There's no more space for skates in the
we
car.
don't have 12 skaters.
No, it's just.
Come on.
No, I wouldn't like. No, I think. Yeah, I love every one of them, and I don't know.
Okay, you guys would rather take away one of the filmers and keep the whole crew. That was a question, man.
You're always trying to create that drama on these podcasts. I know.
I'm not creating drama, man. Come on, man. It's we all have our own opinions, and that doesn't mean, like, imagine if, as an example, man, I love Karsten skating. And
me or him?
Imagine, no, Carson.
Oh.
But imagine if on the last time he got injured after 2 weeks or something like that, and you could have said, like, I wish he wasn't I really wish I could have filmed more with him. Or imagine if there's someone that just, as an example, I don't know. I think I didn't. There wasn't enough after watching the Blading Burma. I was expecting to see more clips from Joe Atkinson. But you know what I loved? One of the tricks that I loved the most in the video. It might be one of the, I don't know. Probably didn't even want to film it, but it came out a really sick line. The first line with Dominik Wagner, it does like a really long hill roll, and I love it that you put the hill roll in the middle of all that people, and it's weird because it goes from a super lighted place, like the light was amazing on the first spot, to a place without light, and then it does that 540 or that 360 transfer from natural transition to natural transition. That was crazy. That was amazing, and I loved it that the whole line started with a long wheelie or hill roll or whatever you want to call that thing. That was cool.
That's true. We started out filming it as a tow roll, but then like, shit, we're gonna get kicked out before we get that.
It's sketchy. Going fast.
Yeah.
Have you seen that thing? There was this kid from Ghana, somewhere in Africa. I think it was Ghana, holding a car.
Oh yeah.
You know when they do the
It's kind of like.
That's why I say you need to come to Africa, man.
Dude, that's kind of like the guys from, you know, the MIA Bad Girls video where they like sketch on their shoes.
Yeah.
And then do all these like crazy moves, like, wow, kind of remind me of that. No, our sketching game was like fairly safe compared to any of that, for sure.
Yeah, it's like that was mad. Like those kids, I know that in Nigeria, that's how they move around, and those kids from Nigeria, they're mad. There's that kid Dan Shibak. There's all these kids from somewhere in Africa posting super often, and none of them actually has aggressive skates. So it's kind of, I don't know. I keep saying the same. Would be a cool place. I'm not telling. And just so that you know, Nigeria is really far from where I live. Africa is huge.
Yeah.
And all those countries are like really far. I have no idea what that is, because actually I live in a place that looks just like Europe, especially if you go to city center and whatever. But those places are nothing like that. Okay, let's keep going.
Cool.
Let's keep going. Okay, and imagine if you had money for 3 or 4 more skaters, who would you pick to join the crew?
Niels.
That was like really evident, huh? That's cool.
Okay, now it's your turn, Carson.
I would take Dominic Bruce.
Oh yeah.
Amazing. Oh god.
For sure.
Who else? It's hard.
Man, that's a lot of people. I mean, Montre would be sick.
Yeah, Montre.
Roscoe.
Okay, you got 4. Yeah, that would be even better crew. It's just like, I don't know, all of them. Can you guys say that your favorite skater is on tour with you guys, or is there, like, you said those 4 guys, but who's your favorite skater from all times, Karsten? Do you have one?
From all time.
Mine is John Elliott. That's it. There's all these other guys, but like John Elliott doesn't even skate anymore. But it's still like somehow.
Do you think you would still like him if he still skated though? Because I mean, you didn't do that many different tricks, Would you be bored if you still did those tricks?
The way he did it and when he did it, and some of the stuff that he did, people still don't do it. Have you seen Wasteland? When he does those rolls on those tiny bridges to roll on the rail, and he was into precision, and that's one of the things that I loved about his skating. And there's not a lot of people doing it still. I would say like maybe Bobby Spasov. It's something that goes like Bobby Spasov is kind of like a progression of John Elliott, if that makes sense to you. It's kind of like it is, man. If you look at the way that he skates, it's like if John Elliott kept skating, would evolve to something like Bobby Spasov, probably. I don't know. But I don't know. I think I always related to him because he was European and he moved to America and he kind of like went for the American dream that a lot of people dreamed of. And probably because we're about the same age and we had probably the same dreams. I don't know.
It's crazy just to
like an hero and still is. Sorry?
I just think it's so crazy to even put anybody else like in the same sentence as John Elliott.
No, man, there's more. Like, look at John Julio.
Yeah. He's awesome. No, but what I wanted to add is that my first video that my parents bought me was Brain Gone, so I got lucky with that one. And so John Elliott definitely influenced not really my skating because I'm not that good at skating, but I liked watching him for sure.
Oh, come on, Carson. Yeah.
Come on, Benjamin. Who's your favorite skater of all times?
Since I didn't start that early, I would go with Brosco because I don't know, still to this day he keeps impressing me, and I just can't imagine he might be a dream to film with him. I mean he can do like anything, and so yeah. I mean like skating, filming wise, but I mean, yeah. Brosco, definitely.
I know what you mean. Like it makes everything look solid. I don't know. I keep saying the same. I don't know if they play with the audio whenever they film him because everything's like poof, poof. When you land, it sounds so solid. I always think that they do something with the audio, man. They need to spike it up on that point when he lands. I don't know if it's. I need to ask Ivan. I don't know if that's what they do. It's seriously, it's just like, it's amazing. When he lands, it's just solid.
AJ, send me that filter.
Also, I was expecting one of you guys to say Eugen, because you're both Germans and like...
I said Eugen, you didn't listen.
Okay, I didn't.
Oh shit, but you can go back now. No, but I did say it, right, when you were asking for who would also come on tour, because Eugen is fucking awesome. He's like, I've had the pleasure of filming with him a couple of times, and he's just able to do anything. Like you tell him, yo, this rail would look good, and he's like, okay. I mean, I can only do these 10 tricks, but if that's cool, I'll do it. And then he also like pulls everything out of his sleeve. So it's like very versatile skater. Would be good to have him on Cayenne as well.
Yeah, he's
a lot of guys.
Amazing. And for you, like, because I don't know if you filmed him since like a long time ago, but as an example, I think that he evolved a lot since when you guys won in Istanbul. Because he was obviously already really good. I remember a few years ago, Nick Lomax was in Portugal, and that was before I moved to South Africa, and he said that Eugen is better than everyone else, basically can do everything. Whenever you ask him, like, I've done this, can you do it? And he's like, yeah, I've done it both ways. Something like that, you know? And it's crazy. Like it's kind of like all the pro skaters, they kind of talk about Eugen the same way. So that's why I was expecting. And then, yeah, you just told me that you said that he was one of the skaters and I didn't hear it. Sorry.
No, absolutely. He just, he's crazy. Absolutely.
Okay, and going...
It's hard though, that the question about favorite skater of all time, I'm still thinking about it. I don't know, I can only make a bigger list, but I can decide.
Yeah,
okay, I decided
really
hard.
Yeah, probably. For a lot of people would be he would win if you would ask everyone in the whole world who's their favorite skater, probably.
But
and
maybe
I'm still waiting
because I don't know.
Ooh,
Farm. Cool. I don't know. It's like I wasn't expecting the alley-oop topsoul that it did in Formosa.
I don't think anybody did.
And the reason why I said that is like, I know that he can do all those things, and he could probably do the same trick to the first trick to fake and then do the same but with a full cap. He could probably do it, but somehow we got comfortable to see him doing like negative acids and long kink rails, and somehow a lot of us actually forget all the crazy stuff that he did both ways.
Mm-hmm.
So when I saw that, it was kind of like, yes, I was kind of like celebrating by myself, like, yes, he still got it that way. It's amazing. It's really good. Let me see what else do we got here.
Yeah, that's why he's maybe superior to a lot of the other guys that we listed, like these other legends, because I mean, Farm has been a legend for like 20 years, you know, and he's still at that level.
He's still here.
Exactly.
He's still here, strong.
Well, the other guys quit like 10 years ago, so I don't know.
Man, he said something in the video that actually made me motivated to skate. I'm like, I'm gonna keep doing kink rails until my body let me do it, and that's awesome. And then you can see like that guy is still like fit, man. Like obviously he's skating that way, but like super flexible and stuff. That was sick, man.
Yeah, he's always stretching, like warming up really well. Not warming up in terms of I'm gonna do negative S on this rail. It's not like he will do a soul grind before that, or do it in any other spot or something. Not that kind of, not skating warm up, but like body warm up. Definitely doing that. And yeah, he seems fit for sure. Like he's definitely gonna get kink rails until he's, I don't know, 45 at least. I say at least 45.
At least 45. Now, you guys need to go out and somehow. Do you know that German vert skater? There's like, I don't know, he's like 60 or 70. Have you seen that guy?
No.
I think it's from Daniel Prell's town. I think he skates mainly vert ramp. But every now and then there's a picture of him, and it's just like this. He's really old, and he skates really good. He can hit higher than I do in the vert ramp, that's for sure. He goes like, I don't know, maybe like chest high, something like that. It just flies. That could actually be like, obviously it's not the type of skating that you're looking for, but it's the type of stuff that people actually end up sharing and all that stuff. So it can be good for skating. Did you guys ever thought about things that can be done to make skating look more appealing? I know that you guys put everything that you got when it comes to editing videos and all that stuff. Is there anything that you guys think that it can or should be done for skating to be seen differently from other people?
Well, I think everything that you're doing is really important, first of all, because it's like really like a daily or weekly thing that keeps on going on. So that's like for people to follow. I think that's very cool.
I'm trying to make it accessible, but I keep saying the same. When I do, it's the disposable. What you guys do, it's the important for people to see, but at the same time for kids. And I try to, most of the time, I try to watch out for my language, so that even if on a daily basis, I swear like everyone else, but I try to make it like more kids friendly, because I really believe that that's what we need the most, kids. But that's what I was asking. Is there anything that you guys think that could or should be done other than what you just said?
I think Josh, Richie, and all these guys doing the camps are going in the right direction. I think that's amazing. I think that's very important. And so anything like that. Yeah, Carson?
I absolutely agree. The camps are doing great. I'm going to go next week to Josh's camp, Malaga, and that works really well. But also, other than the camp, like skate schools like Jacob Jewel does, or I don't know, it would be nice if we had more than that, because like you met like random kids at the skate park here in Berlin too, for example. But it's like hard to like keep them motivated if everyone else is like on scooters or skateboards or whatever. So it's like,
Yes.
it's hard. I don't know. It was so much easier for us to start than for kids nowadays, I feel like.
Yeah, I can give you an example. There's a few kids that here in Cape Town, they skate with us, and I can tell you right away, the reason why they keep skating, it's because we have these, every Tuesdays we get together and we skate together, and their parents go there with them, and they actually start getting along. Like even the kids that we meet in different parks, they know about the Tuesday thing, and then they go and meet other kids. But if there's nothing like that, they end up going to the skate park on random days, and they end up seeing like all the other kids using skateboards or using scooters, and they want to be part of the other kids group because they don't want to be the weirdos. But like you said, it's up to us. We can actually do something. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely.
The camps are absolutely amazing, and that would be cool. I'm sure that you're going to do something with it, so I'm excited to see what you're going to do. If that's, I don't know if that's the project that you're saying that you were working on or not. I have no idea, but if that is, I'm excited to see, because I like all the kids. And whenever I'm like, even if it's just filming with a phone, making these videos, sometimes it's filming with a phone, sometimes it's a proper camera. It doesn't really matter. Like, if the kids always come to you and ask, is this for YouTube? And they always want to be on something, you know. And it's important also for all those kids to be noticed, and like when they see good skaters talking to them. And that's why I think what guys like Montre is doing, it's I don't know, it's just way too good. Like we just need more Montres talking to kids like that and just like making them special.
Yeah, that's also when we do these tours, like in Taiwan especially, we really like try to interact with the community there. And like, for example, the first day went to a contest there, and I tried to skate with the kids and like film them. And I don't know, it's because I remember for me being as a kid, that you see pro skaters like live is a very rare thing, and to make these kind of experiences possible for kids is has power, you know. And
completely.
But we're only doing videos. It's like we're not doing I don't know, skate school everywhere. So
yeah, but all of us, no matter what we do, we have a role, or we can do something. What you're doing is really important. Again, it's what I was telling you before. It's like we like, a lot of people don't like calling it an industry or whatever, but it is what it is. I try to do that type of content. Like I said, it's like the disposable, but there's the need for something which is like quality, which is like the best skaters in the best locations, really well shot. And then you need different brands, you need different images, the skaters with different images. And yeah, I think all of us have a different role somehow, but all of us are really important. Even the kid that started skating yesterday is really important, and the one that has been skating for 50 years, it's really important. I guess all of us are important to make this thing succeed. Now, one thing, I think it's one of the last questions. How can people support you? What's the website, and what are the packages that you guys have?
So the website is called www.thecayenneproject.com.
Okay.
Where
it's going to be the description of this thing, either on the podcast.
Where you can buy the video, and we've got some add-ons like a T-shirt, and of course the book of Dominik. And then there's like several packages where you get like a discount on everything if you buy. For instance, the video plus the book has like a €5 discount, so you get that for €50, and then so on. Yeah.
Okay. So for someone listening to this, the book is actually, I don't know, I haven't seen the new one. I've seen like the images that you guys had yesterday. I think it was on Instagram. But the last one was amazing, and this one seems like even better quality, but the reason why I bought, and let me tell you, this might seem stupid. I bought the first book and I kept it without ever opening it. And this is stupid, but I was trying to make it like as a collectible. And then last year I had a kid working at the shop and he just saw the book and he put it in the backpack and he just took it. I got so mad because he took it in the backpack with all the stuff and he bring it back and it's kind of like ripping on top. And I was mad because I was trying to keep it as a coffee book. It's still good. It's still good. It's here on the side and now I've opened it.
No, but this
for a long time.
Yeah.
And then you guys also have something like when someone buys the video, they get a discount on the older videos. Is that it?
That's correct. No, we have, but what I wanted to add about the book is that the Deaf on Deal book was like really amazing quality, but it wears down way quicker, like when you open it a lot. And the book this time is like a proper hardcover, so you wouldn't need to be so careful with the new one.
Mm-hmm.
So you can like open it as many times as you want, especially if you have a skate shop and stuff.
It's amazing. I really like all these like coffee table books, whatever. It's like it's something for skaters to feel proud. We don't have a lot of magazines at the moment, at least dropping consistently. But who cares about magazines when you have a book? Like someone goes to your house and when you tell them that you skate, or when people know that you skate from nowadays everyone sees social media or whatever, and most of the skaters are, luckily at least, they're proud of what they do and they post a picture every now and then. But you have a book like that and people actually get interested about it. Like someone comes to the shop to buy a pair of fitness skates.
Mm-hmm.
And then they end up seeing that, or they come to buy a scooter for their kids and they end up seeing it. It's amazing. I love it. I really love the quality of it, and it's something for us skaters to feel proud of. So thank you for putting all the effort into it, just not putting the video. Because I know that the video has been done for quite a while, right? The video has been... You guys were waiting for something.
Yeah, we had the premiere a month ago, the first one in Berlin. And... But what I have to say about the cool thing about the book is, since we don't have the video in any form of physical release, it's really nice to have a product that you can touch to it.
Yeah.
It would be a shame if it's just a file, kind of.
It's way stronger. A book is way stronger than a DVD or than a pen drive or whatever. Because, I don't know, I've been buying... I think I've been buying all the VODs that come out, or at least most of them. Sometimes I might have slipped one or something like that. But I try to buy as much as I can VODs, but I end up watching it once or twice and then they go. And when it used to be DVDs, the DVDs used to come out way more often than a VOD comes out now, and I still found the time to watch them all or to give them like use. And nowadays, because it's just like a file, like you said, it gets lost in the computer, or it's easier to not watch them again. So when you have a book like that, it's thank you. Really.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you guys want to say? Is there any way for someone who wants to, like, not just by buying the video, like if there's any company that wants to support what you guys are doing for the next project, or what can they do, or what should they do?
I mean, ideally it would be nice if people would give us feedback or just share any type of video or whatever. Make it, we know about the fact that since we do sell this video, it's not going to be seen by that many people, and I think that's a shame that it stays in this circle. But otherwise, we couldn't like finance next video, So we don't know about this problem, and maybe in the future we will find a different solution on the next video or whatever. But but if people just like share the trailer, or I don't know, just even we were interested
whatever content is being done, the more people can share it, the more people can know about what you guys are doing, and the more you guys can keep doing these projects consistently, basically.
Yeah.
Awesome. Sorry if this was a little bit weird for me. It was also super weird to be speaking with two people at the same time. And
no, it wasn't weird.
Interrupted. Sorry if I was interrupting sometimes or whatever.
Oh, good. That's what happens when we're just on audio. You don't know who's about to talk or whatever. So.
It's all good. That's all they're gonna listen to.
Next time we meet live.
Yeah, next time. Maybe
we'll I don't know if we got a new video to talk about by then, but
nah, it doesn't need to speak about the video, man. We'll find something to speak about.
I'm down.
Maybe by then you can actually say who's the 5 skaters that you wouldn't like. Man, I make it easy for you. You can say me, one of them. So then there's only 4 more. It's easier that way.
I like your skating,
man,
though.
Thank you. Thank you guys so much for finding the time to do this. And again, sorry if the quality of the audio wasn't the best, but the whole goal here is to tell people how important it is what you guys are doing, and try and to having you guys sharing a little bit of the experience of working with such an amazing crew. So
thank you for doing this.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, guys.
Thanks for the opportunity, and see you soon.
It's all good. See you soon. Cheers.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Cheers.
And that was it. Skate Talk number 29 with the big bosses of the Cayenne crew. So we had Benjamin, Buttner, and Karsten Boysen, the 2 guys actually making Formosa, which just came out. Well, I guess if you just listen to the podcast all the way till here, you know exactly what we're talking about. So if you did enjoy this one, do not forget to subscribe to this channel if you're listening to us on YouTube. If you're listening to these on iTunes podcast or SoundCloud, well, you can actually subscribe or do one of those things that you actually know when I upload one of these. If you did like this one, give me some thumbs up, drop me a comment, let me know what you like or what you didn't like about this podcast. And that's it for today. Don't forget why we all started skating, and that is because it's fun. Cheers, guys, and see you soon.
Vou viver até quando eu